Hey guys, this is Spartacus here, and a couple of days ago we had an update to Black Ops Cold War giving us the jungle multiplayer map and of course adding in the new UGR SMG, which I'm sure most of you are already well aware of this, and unfortunately I couldn't have made this video earlier because Xbox Servers has been going batshit crazy recently, and I think they are resolved now. I would not be surprised if there's some problems after I get done recording this video, but my goodness, me and the rest of the Xbox player base were having a hard time opening up any game. Like, didn't have to be Call of Duty, it was like literally any application would just not run for whatever reason. And so now I'm finally able to get gameplay footage of Jungle and of course the new UGR SMG and talk about it within this video so I can give you guys of course a better understanding on how this new SMG works and of course how I feel the Jungle multiplayer map actually plays here within Black Ops Cold War. Let's first talk about how you can unlock the UGR for yourself by completing one of two challenges, one of them being in multiplayer and the other one being in zombies. When it comes to multiplayer, you have to use an SMG and kill an enemy revealed by your spy plane, UAV, or field mic in 15 different completed matches. This isn't really too hard of a challenge to actually complete per match, but 15 matches can take quite some time. But if you're like me and you actually completed all of the main Easter egg quests within zombies, you're actually able to complete this a lot faster because the zombies challenge says eliminate 1,000 enemies while using an epic quality or better SMG, and by completing all of the main Easter egg quests you're able to actually go and basically join the pact over on the zoo map on the Outbreak game mode, and there you can actually go ahead and have this permanent upgrade to your starting weapon in each match that you start by being at epic quality. So literally this challenge was like a breeze to get done if you are somebody who actually has completed all of the main Easter egg quests in zombies. So for those of you out there who have not completed the main Easter egg quest, this might take a little bit more time to actually get done depending on which game mode you're actually playing. For those of you who have already used the UGR in-game or who have been keeping up to date on how people feel about the UGR, you realize that this gun is very mid. There is nothing extreme about this gun that makes it ultra powerful compared to any other gun in the game, but there's also nothing about this gun that makes it extremely weak either. It's a very average weapon. There isn't really anything too special about it. I mean, of course it's supposed to be modified for land combat because it's supposed to be an underwater type of rifle. However, that doesn't really mean anything considering you're not going to be underwater that often anyway. But the thing that's really interesting that I notice is that this thing doesn't use normal bullets. It uses steel darts, which I find quite interesting. And you're going to notice this very noticeably when shooting at enemies. You're going to notice the bullet velocity is going to be a little bit different than what you see on most other guns in the game. And so what I like to do is when I use this weapon, I try to use an attachment that has the best bullet velocity as possible because I feel like I'm able to stay on target a lot better by doing so. And so either way, this gun, I don't have too many attachments unlocked for it, but I do know that the only magazine attachment for this weapon is one that gives it explosive rounds, and it gives you 3 extra bullets and it makes them explosives rounds. So anytime your bullets like impact an object near an enemy, it does a little bit of splash damage on that enemy, but it won't give you a hit marker, which I think is a little bit interesting. However, this splash damage that is caused onto the other player, it is very small. Like, you are not going to be dealing that much damage to them whatsoever. Like, if you were, hypothetically speaking, were to kill an enemy by only impacting an object near them, so the splash damage is the only thing that they're taking damage from and they end up dying from it, you're going to go through multiple magazines just to kill them. So there really isn't anything too special about this ammo magazine attachment as far as I can tell. I personally have not used it yet, but I've seen gameplay videos of it and seen multiple opinions on this attachment, and it's not really super great. However, I suppose it's better than not having a magazine attachment at all because you are getting 3 extra bullets and you are technically like increasing the damage on your weapon. So I don't see why there's any reason not to run it, but it's not going to be that much noticeably better when you do apply it on your gun. Moving on to the jungle map, there really isn't much to actually say about it considering we've already seen it before in previous Black Ops titles, and it's really just the same map enhanced graphically, I guess. You know, there really isn't too many differences comparing this to the jungle we see within Black Ops 4. However, it is graphically a little bit better, and it plays exactly the same because, you know, it has the exact same layout, and I know every Call of Duty game, you know, plays differently, but it does does play well with here in Black Ops Cold War's multiplayer. You know, Jungle in itself has always played well for me, and what's kind of interesting about Jungle is that you could really use any weapon on Jungle and you can go off with it. You know, like some maps, they have like more of a catered style of using SMGs, or maybe they're more catered to longer range weapons, but you know, Jungle has like a mix of all that different things. You can use a shotgun, you can use a sniper, an LMGs, SMG, you name it. You can use any weapon on Jungle and you can still perform really well. And I also like objective game modes as well. I always appreciated domination of where the B flag is actually located, and I guess there's really no flags in Black Ops Cold War, but the B location on domination, I always enjoyed where that was at because it's right at that kind of, like, you know, broken bridge area next to that shack, and it's just super hectic every time you're trying to capture it, and it can get really intense when you're playing domination sometimes. And of course, you're going to always have people up the hill trying to snipe from there, and you know, there's just certain areas that are just really easy to identify, and you know how enemies are actually going to be playing when you go up against them. And so either way, Jungle, I really like this map. It plays super great here within Black Ops Cold War, and I definitely plan on playing it a lot more now that it's added in the game. And you know, I guess one thing about Treyarch that I've noticed, that every time they bring back more, I guess, classic maps or just older maps into a more up-to-date Call of Duty game that Treyarch has made, it plays well. Like, for some reason, like, their maps that they bring back, they always play good for whatever reason, and Treyarch has done a phenomenal job when it comes to creating multiplayer maps. I think the ones that they create are very underrated compared to ones that you see from Infinity Ward or even Sledgehammer Games, but of course, all three of those developers, you know, they always have some unique ideas when it comes to creating certain maps. But Treyarch, for some reason, there's like something about the maps that Treyarch make that are just so much more memorable compared to the ones Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer Games makes. But that's just my personal opinion. Well, that's gonna wrap up today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I just wanted to talk about the UGR and Jungle, even though I know I'm a little bit late to the party here, but that's a little bit of Xbox's problem because I could not play any games at all whatsoever, so it really sucked trying to get gameplay footage here and then trying to make this video later on. But either way, I got it. I really did enjoy my time actually using the UGR and playing on Jungle. It just felt like a really good, refreshing experience, especially taking a break from Vanguard as well. And I don't know if we're going to get any more content added from here on out when it comes to Black Ops Cold War, because we've already had at least 2 or 3 content updates since Vanguard has came out in Black Ops Cold War. So are they going to add more maps to this game? Are we going to get new weaponry? I think there's supposed to be a new melee weapon coming to the Black Ops Cold War. I could be wrong about that, but regardless, the only leaked information I remember reading about is WMD and Jungle coming back, as well as the Vargo 52 and UGR being added to the game. So I don't know. I don't really know what's going to happen with Black Ops Cold War here on out. So I hope we get more updates, because this game is definitely underrated. As much as I hate the score streak system, it's a game that I definitely enjoyed a lot more than Modern Warfare 2019, let me tell you, and a little bit more than Vanguard. But I think I'll give Vanguard another shot here because I still need to unlock Atomic Camo. But either way, thank you all so much for listening and watching this video. I will make sure to update my YouTube channel and post more videos for Call of Duty content, and of course leaked information pertaining to Modern Warfare 2, not the old school Modern Warfare 2, but of course the new one coming out later this year. So make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel for that. Make sure you leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and I shall catch you guys later.